Hello friends. Tonight, let's talk about simmer pots. I feel like simmer pots give you the traditional, I won't even say traditional, stereotypical image of a lady with a pointy hat stirring her cauldron, possibly doing a spell. And this is a great, simmer pots are good for so many things. For me personally, I find them meditative and grounding. Each one that you do is special to you. And if you are looking for a new way to cleanse your space, simmer pots are a great alternative to sage or Palo Santo or any other, especially if you have like smoke sensitivities or someone in your house is having a difficult time with any of your smoke cleansing, simmer pots are a great alternative. And you can create a simmer pot for any and every occasion, whether you're actually doing some deep spell work or you just need to brighten up the atmosphere, cleanse the space, maybe set some intentions, maybe have a romantic night. There's really limitless possibilities with a simmer pot. I highly recommend getting a copper simmer pot if you can. I've been looking in the thrift stores. I'm trying to not go buy a brand new one. There's something extra magical about thrift store finds in my opinion. So I've been looking for a copper pot, but I haven't been able to find one yet. However, I did find this super cute little stainless steel pot. So the metal isn't going to affect the water like cast iron. I do not recommend using cast iron. First of all, boiling water in your cast iron pot of any kind is going to cause it to rust if you don't keep it clean properly, and it will turn your water black. So if you've been doing simmer pots or any kind of kitchen witchery or hedge witchery and you've been doing it on the stove and your water's turning black and you're using cast iron, that's why. And when you are ready to do your simmer pot, or if you are interested in kitchen witchcraft or hedge witchcraft or anything that puts you in the kitchen, you want to have magical tools separate from all of your other kitchen utensils, tools, and accessories. So when you use your simmer pot for your simmer pots, don't use it for cooking unless you are doing food magic. And then pick a spoon or whatever you choose to stir your simmer pot with and dedicate that just to your simmer pot practices. Wooden spoons are great because then you can take a wood burner and you can customize them. You can burn sigils in them, you can burn runes in them, you can burn spells in them, you can burn imagery in them, whatever you need or feel called to burn on your spoon to make it more special for you. I am going to be using a hawthorn branch off of our tree out in the yard. I had a few extra. I was making or giving them as wands to my friends, and this is what I'm going to choose to stir my simmer pot. And just remember, when you're stirring things, in magic and most things, clockwise is attracting, protecting, calling in, manifesting. Counterclockwise is repelling energy, curses, disturbing the energy, anything like that. So if you're needing to disturb something or do some curse work or some shadow work, or if somebody's sending you bad energy and you want to repel it, do some counterclockwise rotations. And then I personally like to balance it by continuing with the clockwise, because then it balances the energy and attracts a good energy and sets a good protection boundary for me. So really that is just your preference, but those are good key things to remember. Is clockwise is attract, protect, manifest. Counterclockwise is repel, curses, mess up the energy, all that good stuff. And then what you put in your simmer pot is really up to you. I just got some new herbs. I got some rosemary. I got some some orange peel. I got some red raspberry leaf. I got some lemon balm, some juniper berries, This should be eucalyptus, and then over here I have some older lavender petals, and then I have some rose petals. And you can add so many other things, you know, cinnamon sticks, you know, actual fruit wedges, other herbs, whatever you feel called to put in your simmer pot. Okay? So gather your ingredients, find your pot, and create you a nice little magical stew on the stove.